So this week I'm currently on holiday in Cornwall for my wife's birthday, but just before I left the office, Zhiyun sent us the new Crane M2S. So I thought I would take this with me on the go as we check out the St. Ives Food Festival. This is a tiny gimbal and I love a small gimbal. Now, it's supposed to be able to carry heavier cameras, and this is the Sony A1, and I've also got the Sony A7S3. Now, I did try and put the 16mm G lens on, and unfortunately it was a little bit heavy, but we do have a Samyang 18mm lens, which does seem to balance quite well. So while this isn't a full review, because I don't think, to be honest already, I would recommend this if you have a camera of this size, what we're going to see throughout the day is what kind of footage can you get if you use a small vlogging lens like the Samyang 18mm and a Sony A1. So come with us as we check out some of the footage from the Crane M2S. Hey, welcome to the video. Now, before I show you the footage that we got using the Crane M2S, I just want to show you around this gimbal. So let's take a look at what comes with this little device. So it comes with this nice white carry case and all of the usual cables and accessories you'd expect. Now, what I love is this is a really nice lightweight gimbal, and I love the fact that they include a bag to carry it around with your camera gear. Now, as I mentioned, I did also try and use this Sony 20mm f1.8 lens. It's a pretty small lens, but it is quite heavy. It's just a tad too heavy for the Crane M2S. So what I'm using instead is the Samyang 18mm lens. Now, this is actually one of my favorite lenses. It's lightweight, it's cheap, and it's perfect if you want to put it on a gimbal like this. Okay, that's enough about the specs. Let's jump into the day and take a look at the footage we got. So we're now walking down to the food festival. What are you looking forward to trying first?
Oh, loads of stuff. I'm hoping there's some really nice fish, maybe some Mexican. Definitely want some drinks as well.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for a couple of beers. Nice bit of fish. I've heard the Mexican's good. We went to Sea of Coffee.
Yeah.
And the lady there told us there's a really great Mexican here, so we're gonna keep a good lookout for that. So the Crane M2S starts at just over £200, which I think is a really good price for a gimbal of this quality. And what's great about it is that it can take your iPhone, it can take slightly bigger cameras like a Sony ZV-1, or it can actually take a bigger camera like our Sony A7S3. Now, of course, as I've mentioned, you can't put a big lens on it, but if you're a travel vlogger, this could be the ultimate travel gimbal. Now, looking back at the footage that we got, I actually thought it did a really good job. We have tested heavier cameras over the years, and usually what will happen if you put a heavier camera on a gimbal of this size It looks okay when you're filming, but when you get it back into the edit, you get kind of these little wobbles and these little kind of shakes in the corner. Now, I didn't see that at all on the shots we got using the Sony A1, the Sony A7S III, and the 18mm Samyang lens, and this little setup. So actually it's pretty good for that. And what I really liked about this, all the other gimbals we have to use here at Editor's Keys are actually quite heavy. And when Lewis is filming the videos, if we're filming for a long amount of time, you know, it's a heavy thing to be filming with over a long period of time. But this is so lightweight. It's about 550 grams, which is about the same weight as an iPad Air. So really handy if you just want to shove it in your camera bag. Now this gimbal actually has another little trick up its sleeve, and we didn't get to show this on the day because we were filming outside on the beach and it was a pretty sunny day. But if you look right here, the gimbal actually has a little selfie light that can do cool and warm light. So this is a great feature. If you're doing vlogs, you know, and you're filming at nighttime, a lot of cameras get quite noisy. So having this light not only makes your footage look better, but it'll get rid of some of that noise as well. So super handy that you get a built-in light in the gimbal itself. Now, what do you think of this gimbal? I actually think it's a pretty good gimbal for travel vlogs. Now, of course, if this is the only gimbal that you're going to own, I would probably recommend to get a bit more of an expensive, bigger gimbal if you have a heavier camera like we do. But in our case, we do have some big gimbals, and they're fantastic if you're doing product shots or big high-scale videos. But those times when we kind of are going to airports, trade shows, or doing like the travel vloggy style videos, it's super handy to have this as an additional accessory for something like a Sony A7S III because it's so lightweight and you can just chuck it in your bag. So that's why I wanted to do this kind of mini review. It's not a full review of this product because, you know, I don't really have a camera that would perfectly fit on this, but I just wanted to mention it after using it at the weekend. I actually thought it was pretty good for what we needed to use it for on that weekend, which was just travel vlogging, just showing around the beach and the food festival. And I thought it did a fantastic job. But let me know what you think in the comments section below. Would you pick up a gimbal like this? Do you think it's a waste of money? Should you get a bigger one? Or is it exactly what you're looking for? Let me know, and I'll see you in the next video.